We'll go with, hi, Andy Rittler. I'm here with Ernie
Quiliantan, very good.
who is who's the president of the GDRA, and I'm your executive director. And we are talking about a bunch of different things today. Leadership development. We're going to talk about the State of the Association, or SOTA, as we call it. TRA President's Dinner, and we've got a webinar coming up. So,
yes, we do.
But before I get started, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the success that you've had over the last year. So,
well, 2017 was a great year for our organization. We got Best Tex-Mex in D Magazine and the Dallas Observer.
Yeah.
So it was some great accolades. So we definitely appreciated it.
And so because of that, you're not only seeing that you're getting the recognition that because this is killer Tex-Mex. If you haven't been here, the salsa, the queso, everything is superb. But you guys you've seen some success from that too.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been ongoing since we got here. We're well received by the neighborhood, and the community. So the area has developed, so it's become a lot safer, and now you have pedestrians walking. That's
excellent. I mean, you can see because if you look around, you can see the cranes and all that stuff that wasn't here when you first moved in.
Yeah, it was a little challenging.
A little nervous at first.
It was challenging.
Yeah, good. So I think the hard work and the persistence paid off for you guys really well.
Yes, it did. You know what? And a lot of that goes to the staff. So they've done such a great job, and they're here day in, day out, doing a great job for me. So
terrific. Well, and that I thank them too, because it's given you an opportunity to really kind of step away and kind of do this for a year, and really be focused on what we need as an organization. So thank you to them, and thank you to you for serving the industry and that kind of thing here in Dallas. So with that, I wanted to just talk a little bit about leadership development. I think that's one of the cornerstones of what you're really focusing on.
It's one of the cornerstones of what I want to focus on. We began the year with our retreat in New Orleans, and the idea for me going into this presidency is to add a personal touch to our organization. I'm old-fashioned, or who knows where it is, but I like interacting with people and on a personal level, and I think that helps build team building. So throughout the year, we did hire Matthew Mabel, who's consulting our leadership development, and he's helped us get on a 3-year plan so we can achieve our goals.
And that science here.
That's all right.
All right, we'll keep going.
I'm sorry, you been consistent with our member base, and we want our members to be involved. Whether it be with the community, local government, or being part of a committee and helping us achieve our goals.
The committee is really important because the committee those are really where everything gets done at the end.
That's where the bulk of the work is done. Yes.
Yeah. So, obviously we have an active board. The board there's so many of our board members are active in the community, but really for the organization's purposes, those committees really do serve a significant purpose.
Absolutely.
Yes, great. So, in terms of State of the Association, I know that that's a kind of a centerpiece of the organization every year. We do it in January. It's kind of a kickoff, more or less, for the second half of the year.
I would say our half-year report card on one side of it.
Right.
And the other part is what's moving on and what's for 2018 and moving forward. So there are lots of changes this year. One thing being the tax reform.
Yeah.
So there's one aspect I think is highly important for our industry. I think everybody wants to know what it's about and what are the brackets and everything. So
I think we're going to talk about that in depth actually at the State of the Association. So that'll be an opportunity for the members to learn. I mean, I know that it's pretty confusing whether you file independently or you file as a company
or LLC. Yes,
LLC. It's all different, and then the depreciation schedules are different for restaurant equipment versus a regular copier or computer, right?
Yes, so. Absolutely, yeah. All that matters. It's all important.
Yeah, so we're going to learn a little bit about that. I know that we're going to talk, one of the big things, and the Restaurant Association at the state level as well as GDRA is pretty agnostic on delivery options and what decisions go into those factors, but we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and in the recent year or two, there's been some developments about third-party companies. While some restaurants accepted it, others have not. Literally, probably because of permission. I think there's some restaurants that feel they've kind of been overrun and weren't ready for it, and others are. But I think if there's communication between these third-party companies and the restaurateurs that want to do it, is important.
So one of the things that we're going to emphasize at this is we're going to have and Ron Ruggles has actually agreed to host the panel, which is great, with Restaurant News. So we're very fortunate to have Ron in our backyard.
Nice.
And just be able to participate. But we're going to have a restaurant that is pro-delivery, a restaurant that doesn't really like delivery and doesn't choose to do it, and then we're going to have David Denny, who's actually going to be president after Nikki. So it's you and then Kyle, then Nikki, then David.
Correct.
And David's going to kind of talk some of the legal ramifications that you don't really think about when you enter into these agreements.
Right.
So
it's very important.
Yeah, I mean, it's, who's liable when after the food leaves your restaurant, indemnification clauses and all this kind of stuff.
Right, and that's one of the aspects, because we do delivery, and but we have our own drivers, so we know how we want our food delivered. We don't want anybody else delivering our food.
Okay.
We're as from safety and from how we want it.
Yeah, you've got a brand
we have
consistency that you want to maintain.
Absolutely,
I completely understand that.
Right.
So that's one. That's another issue. We'll talk about delivery. We'll talk about taxes. We'll touch on tip pulling, which I know there's a lot of chatter about that right now. I actually met with one of the CEOs of a well-known barbecue chain up here, and we were talking about tip pulling today. And there's some misnomers out there and some confusion among the employees and among the staff about who gets what.
Who gets what?
So,
yeah.
And I know that's always a consistent discussion.
Absolutely, yeah. Talking about money there.
Exactly.
Money in people's pockets.
So then we have, so we've got that on the 23rd. Remember, those links for all these things that we're talking about are all going to be in the bottom of this post at the end of it. And then we've got the TRA President's Dinner, which is always a good time.
Great time, honoring Mark Davis Bailey, who's our TRA president.
Yeah, and so this year we're going to have it at Mirador, which is really cool. Headington, one of the Headington companies is, and they're going, and Josh Sutcliffe is put together a menu, and it is a fantastic menu. It's a 4-course meal that we're going to have this year. It's going to be a sellout. I think it's going to be terrific.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
And it's going to be super tasty. I mean, we have a beef tartare. We've got there's a chicken dish that we're having, and then wrapped up with a great dessert. I think Mark's going to do some really cool stuff too this year that hasn't been done in years past. So
I look forward to it.
Yeah, he's going to have some awards, I think. So we're going to look into that. Exciting stuff. And then one of the things that we've really pushed, and I know that it's something that's been important to you, is really pushing member value.
Member value, yes.
And the education side of it, and helping those employees, and helping those members realize what member value looks like.
Yeah, understanding the importance of what we do. So from the advocacy side and also the education side, which is highly important.
It is. So one of the things that we're going to do, I know, and we've had a great legislative year last year.
It was great. Yes, we did.
And we had some great wins with the 60/40 rule and the barbecue bill.
Within the state, yes.
And ADA drive-by lawsuits and that kind of thing. We're going to go to Washington.
This year, March, or what?
It's April 17th and 18th. So last year was March. That's why you're thinking it's March. But this year it's April 17th and 18th. And we go to Washington. We do a scholarship for restaurateurs, so those that are interested in going that have never been can take advantage of that.
It'd be great to see a new member join us out there.
Yeah, I think we've got a couple that we're trying to get. We're trying to recruit to go up to it because I think once you get bit by that bug, you kind of understand. I mean, it's the same thing for you. Like
it's my 5th year this year, so.
And I think you were telling me that government affairs was never really a thought that you had.
No, it wasn't a thought, and I like it, and then now I catch myself watching the news all the time. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, this is stuff that affects your business. The taxes that we talk about every day, the tip pulling, even the DACA issue right now.
Yeah, which is highly, highly important.
Yeah, the immigration stuff.
Immigration status
is huge right now. So that's stuff that we're going to cover in D.C., and we'll have the link for that for everybody that's interested in that. And then education programs. I'm always struggling to figure out how we can educate our members on new opportunities that are out there. So.
You know what? Any opportunity to learn something new or help you out in some way,